Hi guys! So today I have like a little makeup try-on haul. I've been getting super interested in beauty outside of America and the Western world, I guess you could say. Because there's a lot of people that I follow both on YouTube and TikTok that post a lot of different makeup from all over the world. And one thing I've noticed is the Cbeauty game is crazy. I like to go on record and apologize because I was so unfamiliar with y'all's game, especially in the lipstick world. Now what triggered all this is I actually saw Ghoul in Tokyo post a video about Hyntoor, apologies if I'm pronouncing it wrong, their lip products along with Dramo, and I was like, oh my god, why don't we have anything like this in the US? Like the colors, I'll put them here, the colors are something that you would only see around like Halloween time, or if it's like a special collection in collaboration with some sort of movie or something. I've also noticed what is going on. Okay, so like Western American makeup, right? Like a lot of it focuses on fake tan. I call it the fake tan epidemic that happened in like 2016, where all makeup products that come out are like orange. And I just recently saw a brand, I don't remember which, if I can find it I'll put it here, that made a mauve lipstick and it's orange. Mauve has never been orange, it's always been purple. So I'm just like, what is happening? So this led me down a hole of Cbeauty and Cbeauty lipstick specifically, because a lot of the colors and tones fit neutral or olive skin tone, which is honestly very rare to find. And don't get me wrong, they still have those like highlighter shades of pink and very dark red lip, but I found that there's more of a variety than what we carry here in the US. So I actually purchased my products from the Look Healthy store. I'm trying to remember, I got them delivered yesterday, which was September 11th. And I placed my order on August 21st. So 21 days it took for it to get to me. I also ended up buying a eyeshadow palette just because the colors are really striking to me and I just wanted an excuse to buy a pretty palette, so I'll also show that. So once I did receive my package, I did notice that they threw in some freebies, which is really nice. So they sent me cotton pads or sheet, and I don't know, these are just really nice. I don't use cotton pads all that much unless I'm putting them in a sheet mask, you know, like the leftover juice, and I'm soaking it up so I can get another sheet mask. I typically just use these reusable washable cotton rounds, or I don't really know what they're made out of, that my sister-in-law got me for Christmas. But I could also use this on taking off nail polish. But still, these will get used, I mean, obviously. And then this brush, I wasn't expecting. I do not have scissors on my desk. We make do. Country girls make do. I'm always a fan of makeup brushes. I'll always take a makeup brush. Oh, how lovely. That's nice and soft, actually. And honestly, I think it's the perfect shape for blush, in my opinion. I don't like using a big blush brush when I do use powdered blush. Recently, I've been into cream blush, but it's very nice that they threw in some freebies. So here's my collection of lippies that I have gotten. 2 of them are glosses. 2 of them, I believe, are like the lip mud style. Hello, editor Taryn here. Somehow, someway, I messed up my settings on my camera and the saturation and color came out really orange. I think I fixed it since then. I'm including clips off of my other camera that I would say are true to the color. So please go off of those clips in terms of if you want to select whatever color you want to select, and then the rest of the footage that I've kept in is more so just me talking about the formulation. Sorry about that again. Hopefully I fixed it for the future. This one's so spicy on it. I'm gonna wait and put this on maybe last, just because I don't know if it's gonna inflame my lips. So the first one I'm trying on is the 1004 lip gloss. Let me look up the actual name. Half of this is not in a language I can read. This is the Hyntoor Future Planet Mirror Lip Gloss in the shade 1004 San Francisco. The thing that caught my eye for this lip gloss was not only the shade, but also the sparkle pigmentation in it. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in there. It's kind of on the golden side. All I have is some chapstick on, so I'm just gonna wipe that off. Got a very nice doe foot applicator, slightly bent. Pretty. This is definitely like a My Lips but better, juicier, healthier look. I can't tell. This kind of tastes like the gummy Lifesavers, if you've ever had those. A little fruity. Honestly, it doesn't have much flavor or fragrance. It's very light what it is. I'd say I'm a little disappointed in the fact that the shimmers aren't really potent there. Let me turn my phone flashlight on. I would say it's more subtle compared to other glittery lip glosses I have. But honestly, even like with this makeup look I've got going on right now, this is a great like neutral subtle color to wear. I also think that this could easily go over my other lipsticks that I have and add some glossiness and shininess to it. I'm also doing that lip gloss test. I know a lot of people hate when it becomes stringy. I'm getting some good pops. No stringiness, no gumminess is what I'd call it. This feels really good on the lips as well. Like light, it kind of, I don't know. It's like the perfect gloss to me. Not too heavy. It's not really like noticeable that it's there, but it's there and it's hydrating. So yeah, I think this is honestly a very solid lip gloss. So the next shade I'm going to try out is Hyntoor's Nude Milk Mist Matte Lipstick Lip Gloss. I don't know. It cuts off on the thing. I don't know what to read. This is B01 Hazelnut Adventure. And if you do want to purchase these, just be like conscious that they do have like a B and an A number. So like even if you get 01, it might not be in the B range, if that makes sense. Just be wary. Ooh, that's very nice. I like the tip that are doe foot, but that also hold like product in the middle. I find that you really don't need to dip back into the product with styles that are like this. This feels really good, honestly. Anytime I've tried on like matte lipsticks or muds, they feel so dry, but this almost feels like there's a little bit of, I don't want to say silicone. It could be silicone. But it's got a nice glide even when I rub my lips together still. It's not like, there's no friction. Also, I'd say this is also very light in taste, but it is kind of like cocoa-y, which kind of makes sense because the color. I got that lipstick on my teeth. Why didn't you guys say anything? Okay. This is another gorgeous shade. I wouldn't say it's like too deep of a brown. It still maintains some pinky tones in it, which I think is like why it also looks a bit like my normal lip color, but better, but browner. I don't know. I have to say I'm like loving this color. I keep like looking at myself in the mirror and being obsessed. I think this is perfect for people, especially like me. Anytime I try to use brown lipsticks, they're just way too dark for my complexion. And obviously even when I try to get the lighter versions, they end up being too red or like pink forward. They're not this like subtle brown that I'm looking for. I know I'm not like blessed with big luscious lips. I'd say they're normal sized. But when I put on brown lipstick, especially because they're darker here, my lips look so small in comparison, even if I put lip liner on. I will say too, because I don't have, like I said, big lips, and I also refuse to get Botox or filler or whatever. I do have lip lines or whatever. That's just natural in my opinion. But this product kind of does fall into them, but I wouldn't say horribly. I've had lipsticks, especially those like long wear Maybelline ones, that when they dry down, they're like deep into them, and then when you like eat, everything's gone except for like what's left in there, and it just looks really interesting. But I wouldn't say this is like pronouncing it or anything. I think it's just sitting there and I think it looks fine. I'm not somebody that obsesses over how that looks typically. Like I said, the formula is really good. It's not like drying down. Like even now I'm like, it's still got some slip to it. It doesn't feel dry. It doesn't feel like it's going to dry my lips out more. As a chronic chapped lip girly, I've had a lot of lip products that I've put on that have perpetually made my lips worse throughout the day. Let me go ahead and try on the other one I have in the same line, that same B line. Got some micellar water here. We can see how this comes off. Okay. That was pretty simple, actually. That's also nice to know, because like I said, that Maybelline stuff, good luck getting that off. I'm not even joking. And once it looks stupid in your lips, it's stuck looking stupid. Here is what I said, the other B range shade. So it's the Hyntoor Nude Milk Mist Matte Lipstick Lip Gloss in B08 Cooked Oolong. And now I think this shade is going to be cooler toned from the picture. I have like this whole delivery list on my phone. Like, that all looks the same. This packaging, a little bit different. You can see that there's no clear window at the bottom for this. Again, it's that nice doe foot applicator that has the center chamber, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, yeah. I also like how flexible the foot is. Again, I really like how these rub in. Okay, so yeah, this is a deeper color. I'm really loving this color as well. But again, I don't think it's leaning too far forward into orange or red. I'd say maybe pink. Also, like I said, I like how this looks on me specifically because it doesn't make my lips look smaller than what they are. It's dark, but it's not too dark. And also with this one, I don't think there's a taste at all. When I initially applied it, I didn't get much of anything. Not like this shade 01. 01 definitely tastes like a little chocolatey. It's got the same formula as 01 as well, obviously because they're both like the matte mud. Even though they're the same line too, I don't know why the packaging is different and why one has a flavor and one doesn't. I feel like it might be reading a little redder on camera than what it is in person. Now, this next product is not Hyntoor. This is by the brand Uhue. Like I said, I don't know if it's got plumper. It says spicy on it. Like, why would it? But this is the Rose and Black series Mirror Lip Glaze Gray Blackberry. I like the packaging on this as well. And the compartment, cute. But the reason I got this, let me show you. This Fenty Lip Gloss Bomb, whatever it's called, is literally my favorite black gloss, and I picked it up because it was an online limited time exclusive, and my brain thought, hey, she's probably gonna release this again at some point. Has not happened. And I didn't even realize that until somebody had like pointed it out online, and I think I'm like down to here now a little bit. I had this laying sideways on my vanity, and so after I found out she has not released it at any point again in history since the first launch, I was like, I'm not using this anymore. Like, I'm going to use this so sparingly because it is my favorite and I don't want to run out on like days that I want to use it. Then I saw, like I said, I follow Ghoul in Tokyo, Ghoul in Japan. I think her username is Ghoul in Japan, my bad. She had posted about Uhue and I was like, oh my god, that kind of looks similar to how the Fenty is. And I love pairing darker lip glosses over the other lipsticks that I have just because they're not cool enough typically or like dark enough. I love the effect that black lip gloss gives, especially over other colors besides black. So let's give this a go and see how it compares. Okay. The flavor on this one is like, it's also fruity, but not in the candy way. I don't know what this tastes like, but it's a little fruity. Okay, obviously since I wore other lipstick, my lips look weird around the edges. And also this isn't spicy. I don't know. It's a spicy girl. I'm not realizing that. Spicy girl. Anyways, this is not lip plumping. If that's what you were wondering, I was wondering it too. Not lip plumping. It's just normal gloss. It smells really good and tastes really good. And normally I'm not like a fan of fragrance. I definitely would say this deepened my lips. And I do like the like gray cast it is giving. I feel like some of the swatches I see also online, I'm like, that doesn't even look remotely the same. Her lips look way paler, but also I know like a lot of people foundation their lips before they put lipstick on. I can't do that. That like irks me. I don't like the feeling of foundation on my lips. There's no streaky lines also coming off this, which is great. I'd say these two have a very similar formula, both the glosses I've tried. I don't think, because there's not as much sparkle in this, I don't think it really compares. Let me take half of it off and put on the Fenty. Okay, you know what? Actually, I think they're a lot closer than I thought. Like I said, I usually wear this as a topper. Actually, one of my favorite ways is to put a lip stain on and then kind of like blot it off and then put this on top of it. I'd say this one obviously is a little browner. Like I said, in the name, it's like smoke and whatever. So it kind of is like smokier than this. The Fenty obviously has all the sparkle in it. Let me break out the phone flashlight again, which I love. I love this. But also, I'm actually really in love with how deep this one is. I didn't really notice, I guess, until I put it on to compare just how dark this one is. But I'm actually excited because now I can use something and not have a fear of it just like going away and never being able to have anything like it again. Okay, I have a secret third shade actually, because they didn't have it on the website when I first wanted it. I'm so sorry if the audio is odd. I just wanted to talk over this part. It's another Hyntoor lip mod in the shade 101. This has been my favorite shade. I love weird purples. I don't think anything can compare to it.
I think it's a very nice light purple brown, and that's why I find it so universal for me. And here are the arm swatches. First we have B01, and then we have B08, followed by 101, and then we have the Hyntoor gloss, and then the Uhue gloss. Here they are all laid out. I absolutely love the colors, and here it is in the sunlight with the comparison of my OG footage.
I'm genuinely happy with all of these, which feels very rare. As I said, anytime I go lipstick shopping here in the US, I am like swatch, 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 because they're all orange, or they're all like very hot pink. And it is so hard for me to find a color that not only matches my skin tone, but also matches my hair. All the other redheads out there know this issue. You cannot find lipstick. Okay, and here is the eyeshadow palette. It is by, okay, I don't know if this brand, no, this brand is Chinese. I'm guessing it's pronounced CHOIZ Beauty instead of CHOIZ Beauty. See, like, it's definitely not Korean in the back, so I don't think it's Choi. But I was really enamored by this eyeshadow palette, and I just couldn't get it out of my head. They're typically not colors that I wear. Well, it's not that I wouldn't wear them. They're typically colors that I don't have in any other eyeshadow palette. Like I said, a lot of Cbeauty indie brands, I guess perhaps is what they would be, are like killing it in the eyeshadow game. Is the packaging on this? She is gorgeous. Here we go. Oh, it's there. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I ruined it. I went and ruined it for all of us. Oh. Like, I am not typically one that wears blues, even though everybody says redheads look good in blue. I think that we look really good in green. Controversial opinion, maybe. But like, this color, hello, this color, hello, this color is definitely up my alley. I'm loving this and this like weird green brown color. I've never seen it before. I'm going to switch over to the arm swatch view and then talk about them. Is like the best to go with, but not too bad. Like I said, I think this is supposed to be like a highlighter shade, a matte highlighter shade. Tell you what, it's staying really well on my finger. There's the blue. Oh, I was not expecting that. It is really pigmented for being so light. I was expecting it to actually be very sheer. That is gorgeous. Here's the darker blue. Why am I so shaky? Okay, I'm loving that. It's like jean. This is the mauve brownish color. This is the shade I'm most excited to use because I don't have any shade like it, but what I've currently been doing is taking my brown eyeshadow and mixing it with like my almost purple tone, but not really, to get this color. So it's nice that I have this just on its own. I don't know why this happens to me, but my fingers really hold on to eyeshadow. Maybe that's a testament to how long they'll stay in your eyes. I don't know. But my hands are clean. I keep wiping it off on this new cotton swab, so please don't think I'm muddling the colors. Ooh, that's nice and bubblegummy. Honestly, these two shades together I think could be really fun. Is this, oh shit, I dug my nail into it. No, why do I do this to myself? Every time I get a new palette, I do that. Okay, again, I think this is another great purple. It's, or not purple, pink. I think it is almost cool tone. This is cool tone as well, I can tell. I'd say this is almost like a cool toned coral, which is honestly great to see because I don't see a shade of pink like this that often. Ooh, that's nice. I can definitely see myself using this Halloween spooky looks. It's kind of like a nice true purple, like a true deep purple without leaning too heavily into blue or into red. I guess maybe I'd say it's blue or purple, but it feels pretty true. Okay, now here's these weird like green. Ooh. Genuinely, I've never used colors like this or that, so I'm like thinking in my head about how I could use these. I think these would be great in like darkening up shades, especially something like this blurple purple color. We got the actual green. Ooh, okay. The screen's performance is a little odd. Maybe it's either because I'm going further up on my arm and my skin's dry, but it's a little bit patchy. It rubs out a little bit weird. I've kind of noticed that with this one as well. The formula is a little different, not as pigmented or punchy as like these ones. I think the formula might be just a little bit different, but honestly, I don't necessarily mind, especially when it comes to darker colors, because that to me just tells me I can easily blend and like blur, like as you can tell, this color into the other ones, and I kind of almost assume that's how it's supposed to be. I wouldn't say I'd go in with either of these colors just on my lid, but also I don't have a lot of lid space. Ooh, okay. Just a little patchy, could be me applying it. I love this purple. I could see this purple working with genuinely any of these right here. Actually, I could see the purple working with the greens as well, especially the green right next to it. I mean, like, I think these two give Beetlejuice almost. I've been so enamored in this eyeshadow, especially because one of the other things the Look Healthy store does is they kind of have like blog posts on their website if you go and look. And for when a new when a new palette is released, they have a blog post on somebody that usually does an eye look for it, and the eye looks I've seen for this palette have been absolutely gorgeous, and I like want to copy and follow them. But like I said about the lipsticks too, because I am like olive-ish, but also neutral-ish, more so in the face, all of these eyeshadows I think complement my skin really well, besides maybe this one. But like, listen, makeup has no rules. You're allowed to do whatever you want. I'm still gonna wear this purple bubblegum. Purple? What is wrong with me? I'm still gonna wear this pink bubblegum eyeshadow. Nobody's stopping me. Makeup is for fun. You don't have to listen to anybody. I'm super intrigued to use these. Even like just seeing these last ones together, they're like such gorgeous grungy shades. I'm very excited to get into them and make like darker eye looks. And tap into my edgy side. And then here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually take some of my micellar water and try and take this off because I've had eyeshadows in the past that have stained my eyelids. And so I'm just gonna... Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. Darker ones I expected, like I said. Probably need another swipe. These wipe off actually very nicely. But yeah, like I said, I think you could very easily create very sweet, innocent looks with these shades right here. And then some very cool, dark, grungy makeup looks with these ones. But this video is just a first impressions, so no makeup looks for now. Maybe in the future, if you want me to try and do an eye look with this on camera and do a step-by-step, let me know, and I will definitely do that. Okay, thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching me ramble about my new little Cbeauty haul and the lipsticks and the eyeshadow that I've just got. I hope maybe some of these swatches are helpful or maybe even get you interested in Cbeauty makeup. Like I said, not familiar with y'all's game. I apologize. And these lip products genuinely blew me away as somebody who has been trying to find shades like this, like in the drugstores around me, even Sephora and Ulta. Like, I just can't find stuff like this. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's free. Go ahead and give this a thumbs up if you like this video. And thank you for watching. Remember, if you did not have a good day today, you can always have a better one tomorrow. Bye guys. Love you.